I don't believe that business leaders are born. I think pretty much most 99% of business leaders are trained. And a lot of my friends, they don't agree with me. They think, they don't have the skills, they don't have the talents, they don't like to do certain things. And I would tell them that, I am your prime example. If you met Emily Letran 5 years ago, you would not meet a speaker. You would not meet somebody who would go live on social media. You would not meet somebody who are out there showing up and sharing ideas, sharing insights, taking criticisms, etc. So a lot of my friends are business owners. A lot of them are professionals, dentists, chiropractors, doctors, and they are happy doing what they do, which is perfect. But sometimes you got to step up and step out of your comfort zone to be a leader. That could be making a difficult decision, letting go of a team member that maybe you've been working with for a long time. Maybe you're trusting them, but it's time to let them go. There's a business saying that say the same people who help you get to $500,000 business are not going to be the same people who help you get to the $2 million business. And that is because things are constantly evolving. When you are growing your business, you need a new skill set, which falls on you to get the learning and get the training. You also need your staff, your team to step up and learn more. And sometimes the fastest way to do that is actually to bring somebody from outside to train that team. Sometimes it's getting a new administrator, a new CEO, so not CEO, but somebody obviously below you, a new director, somebody who can immediately come in with fresh eyes and move your team. But people would tell me, well, but I don't like to do that. I'm not brave like you. I'm uh introvert, right? I can't go out and I can't speak and I can't talk to my team and I don't want to make so and so cry. And I would tell them, no, it's not something that you're born with, right? All of us, I think, as kids, we are very similar. There's going to be a couple of leaders in the sandbox, a couple of bossy friends, and those some of those people will grow up and actually stay as those people, right? The bossy one's going to end up being the manager somewhere. I was not exactly like that. I was always a great, good student. I was a little leader in elementary school, but everything changed when I came to this country and started out as a refugee and going through. I started going through eighth grade and college and university and professional school, but a lot of the skills that I have I learned. And then how I run the business, all of those skills I learned. And how I become tough as a boss, as a leader, setting expectations, telling people that they are accountable for their action, letting people go when they are not performing or producing, having a difficult conversation with a client or a patient and say, you know what, you're not a good fit for me. Um, we can work together. Those are the skills that usually don't just come naturally. It has to be learned. And so I want to share with you three things that you can do to get to that level. The first thing is to read books, and I'm talking about business books. And I used to think business books are boring until I learned, you choose the right book, and they're going to be very interesting. So one of the books that I always recommend every time somebody asks is Think and Grow Rich. It's a book about business. When you look at the title, you say, oh, you know what? I'm not about money. I'm not about rich. No, they're talking about rich as in control of your destiny, as in knowing how to run your business, as in knowing how to leverage, as in being focused, as in knowing how to grow. So the story shared in the book is fascinating. The story of Thomas Edison, the story of the Kentucky Fried Chicken Colonel. There are a lot of stories in there that when you read, And because all of these things already happened, right? These are all historical figures. So there's no, you know, this is not somebody that's going to change tomorrow. You're trying to follow them as an example, and they're going to change tomorrow. These are historical figures. So I love that book. Actually, when I went back to Vietnam a couple of years ago, I went back to visit some of my friends from elementary school. And what I did is I went to the bookstore in Vietnam and I bought these books that had been translated into Vietnamese. And when I went to my friend's house, I gave it to their kids. So these kids who are welcoming mom's friend all the way from the United States, besides some chocolate and gift that I brought them, these books, Think and Grow Rich translated to Vietnamese. And I still remember they're looking at me going, "What is this for?" And I said, "It's for leadership. It's something that it's a book about inspirational stories. It's going to help you train, it can help you learn new skill, and I want all of you to read it." So first thing is to read business book. You can read that Think and Grow Rich. You can read 3 Feet from Goal. It's actually co-written by my mentor Sharon Lecter and another mentor Craig Reed, and it's talking about resilience in business. It's talking about never giving up. It's talking about staying focused and just don't waver, right, from your goal, from what you're trying to accomplish. Another one of my favorite books is The E-Myth. The E-Myth talk about systems, talk about creating business and not a hobby. And this is one of the things that some of us fail to do because we dabble a little bit. We are in the business, but we kind of dabble a little bit in the system. And we never really fully implement things. We never really look at things as, everybody is replaceable. And I don't mean go back and fire your staff. I mean, think of, okay, if something happened to that person, if that person take a sick leave, in my particular situation, I had an office manager for 13 years, and all of a sudden, something happened in her family. The One of the loved one was has failing health, and her focus 100% went there, right? And we had to have those difficult conversations that you need to refocus, or we can't work together. And it's hard to say that to somebody who's been with you for 13 years. But then at the same time, your business is not being focused because whoever is helping you run it, the head is not there. So read business book is one of them. The second thing is to be in a group. And by that, what I mean is, you have your group of friends, maybe you go out to lunch or to coffee and whatever is permitted during this difficult time. Maybe you have a group of friends where you gossip and you chit chat and you vent about business. I'm talking about being in a group that everybody is there to help grow business. And that's one of my favorite things to do. I'm part of several masterminds, and I have my own masterminds that I would invite you to check out. But the whole idea of a mastermind is people from, it could be a different business. We come together, the goal is to help each other grow the business. We could be from different businesses, and we bring a vast knowledge of experience of how we treat our customers or clients or patients, how we do marketing, how we can cross promote each other. So find a group like that where you actually come and spend the time to know each other, and small setting, small group, and really, really help each other grow the business. And I'm not talking about those big networking group, because I've been in some of those. It's harder to meet a bunch of people, even though you go week by week or month by month. It's just harder to connect when you're in a big group. So look for a smaller group. Maybe you create that group and you run that group, and that's how you can really, really fast grow as a leader. The next tip, but before I give you that tip, if you want to connect and let's chat a little bit more about this, about being leader, you can text the word leader to 626-298-7587, and I would be happy to connect and chat. Again, text the word leader to 626-298-7587. And the third one is actually to invest in yourself, to get a coach, a consultant, a mentor, somebody who have done the business. It could be in the same business or even different business, but somebody who can look at your business with a different set of eyes, more objectively, different insight, and give you advice. This is the fastest way to become a leader and to grow your business. When I was learning to be a leader, uh, when I started my journey, rather, several years ago, I was following all these industry gurus, right? I watch what they say. I pay attention to who they talk to. When they teaching, I listen to, their references. If they recommend reading a book, if they recommend signing up for a particular program, that's how I learned to grow myself as a leader. And obviously, I sign up with some programs and have my personal mentors and coaches, but that's the way, because sometimes what happens is you want to do something new. Your voice in your head is the one that say, "You've never done that before. Are you sure you know how to do this?" And then you get stressed out. You get stopped by your limiting belief. And so when you invest in yourself and have somebody help push you a little bit, nudge you a little bit, give you the reasons, give you the insight to go ahead and proceed with whatever project that you want to do, you just get a little more courageous, and you try those new things. You try something that is out of your comfort zone, because like the saying goes, a lot of things that you want is on the other side, or it's outside of your comfort zone. I hope that helps. If you like to listen to more of these videos, you can check out my YouTube channel. I have several short videos that share little nuggets about running business and growing yourself as a leader, and hope everybody have a great day.